You're listening to The Fool and the Philosopher with Camreon and Connor.
In my philosophy podcast, which was saying, there's like the two sort of schools in philosophy. One is that there's a belief that there is morals, and the other that there is emotion. I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically like
emotion,
yeah,
like happy, sad sort of thing.
Like your feelings, like
Okay.
I feel this is right, so I'll do it because it's right. And then enough people have that feeling that's right, so they do it because it's right. And then there's the people like Kant who who try to find what morals are, and there's people like what's his name, Aristotle and Socrates, who sort of try to find what morals are. And the people who do consequentialism, or what's it called, where you want the most good possible.
Utilitarianism?
Yeah, utilitarianism. And they're all trying to find morals. And so they're sort of like, yeah, there's morals, but it's more for emotions and our feelings determining what they are, and no one can actually say what they are. And I used something you said, I think there actually might be something that morals are, but it's like the Gödel-Escher-Bach. Once you answer it, it might disappear.
Yeah, or it's not true.
Yeah.
But I think...
But I think there's an answer to actually what morals are.
Okay, well, I don't think there is. And it's not because... Okay, I don't think morals are a thing, right?
Are you, some sort of atheist?
I think morals...
You're a moral atheist?
Well, atheism is worship, so it'd be like a moral agnostic, maybe? Or no, you don't know. I don't know.
You're amoralic? Okay. You have no morals!
So I don't think morals are I didn't say I don't think morals exist. I said I don't think morals are a thing. I think morals are an action. I don't think good is a thing. I think good is an action. And I think the action is trying to do good. I think that it's journey, not destination. I think that saying is one of the greatest things humans have come up with, because it's true for so many things. That everything isn't...
Yeah, it's the journey it's the journey of getting through curing your cancer, not curing your cancer. It's the journey through surviving the heart surgery, not having your heart repaired.
Well, now you're doing the putting something that works in one area onto another, but you're also not fairly representing the idea. I think.
I'm also making it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not a fair representation, because with the cancer example, it's not about trying to live if you're not living.
Yeah.
So the goal isn't to cure your cancer. The goal is to continue having experience in your life.
Yeah. It's a cure your cancer to do that.
No. See, you're wasting your life if you're trying to cure your cancer.
I think you can make it so your life can be a lot longer, though.
No, you won't have a life if you spend all your time trying to cure your cancer. You have to keep living.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go to chemotherapy and stuff.
No, you can, during your living, you can be in the process of trying to cure your cancer, but your life isn't trying to cure your cancer. You live your life, and during that life is looking for the cure for cancer.
Right.
So it's not about the end, it's about the journey, because otherwise you're not living. You're just trying to survive for a life that doesn't exist.
Right.
It's like if you said you had like a terminal illness and you spent every day in your room in a ball saying, I have a terminal illness for the next 5 years.
That's not going out to try to cure. No,
then you might as well have died then.
Okay.
So you can't make the cancer your focus, right?
You could make your life's focus to curing cancer in general, and your own by proxy.
Yeah, but then you're not living. You're like, exactly, like if your goal is to try to cure cancer, then you're living. But if your goal is to cure cancer, you're not living, because you just have a goal, and you don't live until you get to the goal. And once you get to the goal, it's over instantly. The goal lasts for zero time. It's just you achieve it, you live for a split second, and then your life is over.
Yep.
So instead, your life should be working towards the betterment of humanity or something. And your way of doing that is curing cancer, and then maybe curing this thing, curing that, or just working towards these things. So, look, if everything had an answer, like morals, if they were a thing and they had an answer that was clear and obvious, then evolutionarily, we could simply use instinct to know them. What felt good would be good. What felt bad would be bad. which is what Kant said in his book. He said, we are given reason for some other reason. Because otherwise we just use instinct, because instinct would be more effective. So that means that we don't have every answer. And we can't have every answer because then we would have every answer. If you can have an answer, you would have an answer because it would just make more sense evolutionarily. Which means that it's the process of achieving the answer that matters, not the answer. So therefore, we must allow the possibility to break the laws, or they cannot be moral laws, because moral laws must arise from rationality, not instinct, and instinct would already give us the laws, whereas rationality, the laws are an ongoing process of discovery that we can never finish.
Okay, I can see that perspective.
So, yeah, I don't know if that's actually what I think or not, but it's just an idea I had about a different way to look at it.
Okay. Yep, I can see that. There cannot be light without darkness. There cannot be good without evil.
I don't know if
there cannot be law without unlaw. There cannot be morality without immorality.
Well, I think it's more like there isn't absolutes. It's all sort of fuzzy. It's
shadow.
There, I think it was Alan Watts said something. He said, what was it? It was like, life is the universe playing hide and seek with itself or something. I think we said that in one of our earlier episodes, actually.
Yeah.
But I think it's all based on nothing, sort of. Like it's like nothing swirling in a circle until something happens, because it did it infinite times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 0 times infinity equals 1. It's like when the big bad ride when
you know, I was talking about someone. I was saying, like, oh, podcast is the Fool and the Philosopher.
Yeah.
Not the Philosopher and Fool podcast. Because ours is the less weird one. We don't talk about weird things and aliens and conspiracy theories and stuff. But I'm not so certain anymore.
It's not crazy. It's
yeah. You keep telling yourself that. Maybe one day it'll be true.
No, there's not absolutes, right? It's all just. I'm trying to think of. You can't draw a line, right? You can only draw a wavy outline for the line. Yeah. Okay. Try drawing a line. Okay. You see that? But that isn't a line, because the line is inside that line.
That's a line.
No, because the line...
That's a line.
No, but the line is
inside
that
that's a line.
Okay, what I'm saying, though, is you can't draw an infinitely small line, right? You can't draw a perfect dividing line. Like, you can't cut something perfectly in half with a line, because the thing is inside that line, and that thing is inside that line, and that thing's inside that line. But see that edge? That edge is the infinite. That's the infinity.
I just made that edge, so yeah. I made it.
So you tore a piece of paper in half.
Yeah.
And that is the infinite edge, because it's infinitively small. But a piece of paper, that's really deep, actually. Like, you made a line. I was wrong. By tearing that piece of paper in half, you made a line.
Yeah, because I wanted to prove you wrong. It wasn't trying to be deep.
But you, it's not, and that's that's life. That you tear something apart, right? You tear it in half, and that's life, because it's impossible to draw a line, but you drew a line. And that's how life arises. It's just...
How you get immediate. It's how the Buddha opens up in the water lily of dreams. It's how all divinity comes forth and
like,
showers
ants,
the world in the golden cacophony of light.
Okay, I can explain, right? You know ants, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if all of ants are a colony, right?
Mm-hmm.
That colony, if you kill an ant, the colony doesn't die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you kill like half the ants, then the ants double in number because a bunch more ants are born. Mm-hmm. The colony doesn't die, right?
Yeah.
And the colony is like a living organism itself. But if you kill all the ants, the colony dies, right?
Yeah.
So brain cells, each brain cell is like an ant. If you kill a brain cell, the brain doesn't die. Your mind doesn't die. You know what consciousness is? Consciousness is
the glue that holds the goats together.
I wrote it down somewhere. Consciousness.
I like mine. It's the glue that holds the goats together.
But consciousness is consciousness is what connects all the ants. I wrote it. And that's what consciousness is. It's the ant's awareness of the other ants. That's what in your brain. That's what life is. It's the awareness above it. But if every ant is killed, the colony disappears and the ants can't see each other anymore, and so the consciousness fades. So the consciousness doesn't exist, but it's the awareness of the ants looking at each other. And that's the line that you created when you tore the piece of paper in half. That's the
golden mean.
No, it's like well, sort of, because you can't get to the golden mean. The golden mean is the perfect center, and you have to tear the paper in half to get the center, and you can't tear the paper in half. But the paper is life. It's the infinite edge of... Don't you see?
I see a raving lunatic.
No, because, okay, moral laws, right?
All right.
You
just can't.
The moral laws, right? Okay, what we do, see, we keep drawing a line, right? We have a pencil, and we're drawing a line. And then we get a thinner pencil and draw a line inside that line, and a thinner pencil. And the process of drawing the lines, it's not the line that's moral, it turns out. It's the hand that draws the line. That makes sense?
Sure.
Or like, how about this? When you build like a statue, it's not the hands that put the pieces together. And sorry, it's not the statue that's the artwork of art. It's the hands that build the statue.
So you just have like a bunch of severed hands in front of the statue?
No, because they have to be building the statue. The severed hands aren't art. It's the hands building. It's the action. It's the human doing, not the human being. It's the...
I want to be a human doing, not a human being. I couldn't keep that passive if I tried. And something of my tension doesn't something else. Something. I'm calling out to Scotland. Calling out to Scatman's world. If you want to be free, you better listen to me.
Scatman John or something?
Yeah.
I just guessed by the accent. But, so another way to... Morals aren't a noun, they're a verb. Right? Like, remember that okay, right. Morals are at the other end of infinity. So we have to walk the path to infinity. But we'll never get to the other end, because it takes forever. Okay? But it isn't the end of the path where the morals actually are.
It's along the path.
No, it's walking the path.
Oh, that's
morals.
Well, the Japanese figured that out before you.
No, everyone has. That's what I'm saying. Journey before the destination. Yeah. Human being, not a human doing. Human doing, not a human being.
Yeah, but that's why the samurai followed the way of the warrior, not the destination of the warrior.
Yeah, that's the do.
Yeah.
That's the do, man.
Yeah.
Like Bushido. That's the do.
Yeah.
It's the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the there is no, like, if you climb a mountain to get, okay, in Peaceful Warrior,
mm-hmm.
he says there's an amazing, I want to show you an amazing thing. And he climbs up a mountain and his apprentice follows him up the mountain. And at the top, and he's super excited. And at the top of the mountain, he looks around and says, "What do you want to show me?" And he says, "I already showed it to you."
Yeah.
It was the climb up the mountain. And that's why you can't fly a helicopter to the top of the mountain. You have to climb the mountain, because flying the helicopter to the top, you're not actually climbing the mountain. And it's not about being at the top of the mountain. It's about climbing to the top of the mountain. It's important. And that's why I think
that riding motorcycles is more important than driving cars, because you have to experience the journey while driving a motorcycle, whereas in car is just something to get you somewhere, whereas a motorcycle is a device to bring you on a journey.
Is it?
I'm quoting a different book, which is The Art of Zen and Motorcycle Maintenance.
But I think we're killing ourselves like humans.
Like, we're killing ourselves every day, man.
No, but like we are. Like we don't have bartering anymore in stores, right? Because
actually, you can barter in stores. You might just get in trouble.
We're like animals curled around our wounds, because when you're let's say like you get stabbed in the ankle and you just like curl around your ankle and you don't move until the pain goes away, but the pain just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, because you know what you have to do? You have to move, right? But what we've done is we don't like interaction because it's scary and it hurts. So we found ways to avoid interaction. So stores don't have bartering anymore, because if you're a bad barter, you might lose money, and if you're a good barter, you might make money. And it's too difficult, so we got rid of it. And so we're taking the easy route every time, but we have to exercise our ankles or we'll never walk. Yeah, we're not walking anymore. We're just like, you know, like we've become creatures of comfort, but the comfort's killing us, because.
Thank you for listening to this digested version of The Fool and the Philosopher. More of this podcast is available on YouTube.